So gentlemen, that is the Gen 6 Glock 45 in 9mm. Starting from the butt, we have that much larger beaver tail. In comparison, Glock 17 Gen 5, the beaver tail is absolutely enormous. I thought this was going to be a very minor change until we actually compared it to a Gen 5, and huge change. Shooters are going to love this, especially the guys with a really high grip. You're not going to get Glock bite anymore. You can kiss that goodbye. Stellar change. I totally underestimated that when I first saw that it was bigger. Coming up to the grip itself, we do have a different texture. It's a dual texture, if you ask the Glock website, and it is also, I think, a huge improvement. You get much nicer grip with this thing, and they included a palm swell. That's probably going to be a little divisive depending on the shooter's hand. Everybody has different size hands. For me, I don't mind it. I think, again, it's a positive change, and it's a move in the right direction. It's one of those things that's going to be a little bit different for everybody. Back to the top, we have probably the best change, and you can now direct mount an RMR or Delta Point style optic straight to the slide. It does use different size screws than their previous MOS versions, so you'll want the full-size RMR screws, but an incredible change. Glock finally giving us the direct mount out of the box is awesome. We're going to come over to the driver's side of the vehicle for all of my American friends. We have a much larger and much more pronounced mag release. Another fantastic change. We didn't accidentally hit this at all today. We probably put about 500 rounds through it, and I like it a lot. The trigger. We now have, in the box, a flat face polymer trigger. I'm impartial. Dylan says he likes it. We'll get together on camera and actually talk about that here in a minute. Up front, thumb ledge. I expected to hate this after we handled it in the gun store, and my hate has lessened. I think the texturing could be a little bit more pronounced, but it's there. It is a positive change. Maybe some more texturing down here on the ledge, or build a little bit more of a shelf. It is not quite a gas pedal or an accelerator cut. They did go back to a single spring guide rod. I think positive change. The gun does feel very, very smooth. Deeper serrations, which again, you would notice if you're directly comparing it to a Gen 4. You probably won't be able to see it on camera, but if you compare them in hand, side by side, much more noticeable. All right, dude. So we put 500 rounds through this. What did you think?
I like it overall. I think it feels great. I'm a huge fan of this beaver tail in particular, and the mag release. The undercut's nice as well on the trigger guard. This textured thumb ledge, it's not bad. I don't hate it. Yeah, it exists. It's there. It's not bad to have it. But yeah, the main thing I noticed was honestly that beaver tail. I get Glock bite when I shoot Glocks, so I really like it.
The two most positive changes I thought before we shot it were going to be optic mounting system, mag release. After we shot it, after comparing, as I just said, the beaver tail to a 17, like a Gen 5 beaver tail, Gen 4 beaver tail, any previous iteration of Glock, out of the box, this beaver tail is ginormous. Yeah.
You essentially have no beaver tail on a Gen 5. So.
Yeah, you have to use the back straps. Yeah. So a super positive change. They said, or what I heard from other reviews, the guys that did the release videos on these, is they mapped all the employees' hands at Glock America to build this palm swell to try and fit as many people as possible. And picking it up initially, wasn't a fan. I think it works. It's a positive change. It's building out that surface area a little bit. The dual texture, I think, is a nice change. The optic mounting system is still, I think, the biggest change, with being able to direct mount, not having to buy plates. If you have an MOS system, you probably have a plate that is curled up a little bit in the back. So being able to direct mount is a stellar change.
It's a huge improvement.
Yeah. And it does use these polymer inserts, which we'll see how those play out in the long run, but I don't have any reason to believe that they would break or fail. So what do you think overall? Good changes?
I think positive changes overall, for sure. There's nothing about it that I strongly dislike, we'll put it that way.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. When I told you when I first picked it up, I was like, I'm selling this thing, and it might be a keep. Now, after putting 500 rounds through it, it's grown on me a lot. I didn't expect to like the Gen 6 when we got them, so I like them. But as always, if you guys are going to go spend $550 on a handgun, if you already have a Glock, a Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5, whatever it is, and it works, then maybe spend that money on ammo, spend it on training, and just build your skill set before buying a new piece of equipment. If you have the extra money, sure, pick one up. But if you're debating whether you spend money on range time and ammo or money to buy a new Glock just because you want one. This is my 10th or 11th Glock. They all roast me because I'm a connoisseur of the 9mm Glock, and
Zach has Glocktism. As we like to say.
This guy has 50 AKs, so I don't even want to hear it. But we're going to throw a Gen 5 barrel in it and see if we can shoot it suppressed. If it blows up, eh. All right, I have a litany of Gen 5 threaded barrels, and the fit and function checks out in the Gen 6. And someone in the comments when I posted a photo of the Gen 6 with a silencer on it said, no one has the balls to pull the trigger. And what we're about to do might be stupid. Maybe it works. It seems like it's going to work. But this isn't me telling you to put a Gen 5 barrel in your Glock and shoot it, just so you know. Well, gentlemen, that's overall thoughts for the Gen 6. Thank you guys for watching. If you got this far in the video, thank you. It means a lot. We obviously don't do this a lot, but hopefully you guys can't tell. Thank you for watching. Y'all have a great one. Stay safe out there, stay strapped, and go train.
Thanks for watching. Check in with us again next time.
When we shoot the Gen 7.